This is part 3 of my review on the Sunjoe Scarifier Dethatcher. I did the front lawn and things went pretty smoothly there. I tried it both on Power Rake and Scarify, and I ended up leaving it on Power Rake because for what my lawn needed, that seemed to be the most important function at that time. But then when I went on the side and the back of the lawn, things got more difficult. The grass was much thicker there, and even though I had cut the lawn an inch or two shorter than normally, probably to a height of about 2 inches, the power rake started bogging down, and so I raised it from a setting of 0 to plus 5 millimeters, and then I went to plus 10 millimeters, and the engine would stall out. Its protective mechanism kicked in and it would turn off, and I had to let it cool down. Sometimes it would just jam. That was kind of annoying. I was kind of surprised, but on the other hand, the grass was very thick. This part has been sped up 4 times, so the video won't be as long. By the time I got to the back part of the lawn, it stopped raking, and it turned out that the gears on the unit had been stripped out. It would no longer work. I called Sunjoe. I was able to get through to them right away. I explained what happened to the technician on the phone, and they said I needed to have my unit replaced. I mentioned that I thought that it was acting as if the gears had stripped. This is based on the fact that although the tines were spinning around when I turned the motor on, it no longer did any raking, so I assume it was just slipping on stripped gears, and they felt the same way. I wonder whether this is a common occurrence with this. In retrospect, I could have gone a little easier on the unit. I could have started at 10 millimeters over the surface rather than at the surface when I did the power raking. I am kind of surprised that this happened. I never had any issues with my Sunjoe tiller. I mean, that thing is a beast, and that thing I used and haven't had the baby or anything. That the gear stripped on this on my first use. Granted, first use, it's a 15,000 square foot lawn. I was halfway through it when it happened, but even so, I mean, this is what the tool is designed for. This happened about 2-3 days ago, and I just received the replacement unit in the it was a FedEx delivery. They sent it back, the new unit, right away. They just said pack up the old unit in the box of the new unit and take it to I guess a FedEx or UPX drop-off spot. I'll have to see what the directions are that they email me. So the service was good. That I needed the service, well, that's what happened. So they also emailed me an offer for a extended warranty, which wasn't real expensive. So let me pause this and I'll get the details of that. So I'm reading the cost on the extended warranties. This came, I had not yet registered the tool with Sunjoe, but they registered it for me on the phone when I called about the problem I was having. and they email me with, it says the unit has a 2-year standard warranty, which in my case will expire August 12th, 21, 2 years. For 1-year extension, it costs $12.99. For a 2-year extension, it's $16.99, and for a 3-year extended warranty, so that's a total of 5 years, and would cover me until August 11th, 2024, is $20.49. So, what do I do with this? So, I was actually very impressed with how effective the tool was before it broke. And I think, and I'm going to gamble on my ability to keep it working by babying a little, by maybe doing 2 passes, one with a very high setting and gradually working down to avoid the thing from bogging down. So my recommendation is, if you get this thing and you do it and you hear the motor start to slow down, then change the setting, change the height, raise it up a little bit so that you're not stressing the motor and the gears too much. And then maybe you'll have a very extended life of the unit. For $20.49 for 5 years coverage, that in 3 days you'll have a new unit. If it does die, hey, how wrong can that be? But on the other hand, the timing of planting of grass, and then the need to do everything in a time coordinated manner kind of makes me, like I ended up completing this job with the remaining 40% of the lawn using my tiller. I have another video showing how you can use a Sunjoe tiller to scarify and dethatch a lawn. Now, I used that tiller the 2 prior years because I didn't have this Scarifier Dethatcher, and it did an okay job. I think the Scarifier Dethatcher is a better tool for it. It really cleans that thatch up nicely. It's just I'm gonna have to be careful not to break the unit doing it. So I hope you guys feel or find this experience I've had useful to help direct your decision as to whether this is or is not the right tool for you. Thanks.